Hey, Jasmine's World. What's up? What's going on? You the first one here in the chat. And it's late. What time is it where you are? I am so not used to going this late, y'all. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I usually try to come on around like at least by 9:30, but I was drawn to some of the chaos in the YouTube streets and I just couldn't take my eyes off of it. I was like, oh my God, you sitting here eating popcorn and snacks and sipping on my drink. I'm like, ooh, this is interesting. There's so much stuff going down on YouTube right now. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus. Hey, Miss Naturally New Orleans. How you doing? How you guys doing this evening? It is hump day. So happy hump day. Y'all remember that dance? That song, the Humpty Dance? Hump to it, baby. Do the Humpty Hump. Hey, it's hump day. Hump to me, baby. I don't even remember all the words, but they used to be my jam. But yes, I am doing great. Thank you for asking. Thank you so much. I have to get up early in the morning. Most of y'all already know my son graduates from high school tomorrow. The youngest of my sons graduate tomorrow, so bright and early we have to get up and pick up his cap and gown. And then after that, like a couple of hours later, well, after he picks up his cap and gown, I'm going to try to squeeze in him getting his driver's license. Depending on how long we have to be there for the cap and gown, because at 10:30, I think at 10:30 they have to be back at the school for rehearsal. Ain't that dumb? Like 8 a.m. to pick up cap and gown. Then a couple of hours later they gotta come back for rehearsal. It's so stupid. But yes, the white teacher. Were you watching what I was watching, Miss Hogg, with VS losing her job? She done lost her job. And I'm like, what the what? Somebody then caused her to lose her job, she says. Somebody has caused her to lose her job. Ain't that crazy? But I you know how you just be having a feeling like people have been calling her job for quite a while. And something told me I had somebody said she was making threats on kids or something. Somebody's kid. Oh, Shelly said she was making threat on her kids. I'm like, what's this all about? Kids. So I went to check and I'm like, oh my God, she was going off the other day talking about she gonna send somebody to her daughter Destiny or I was like, what the okay, hey. It's hard out here. Yeah, multiple emails sent to HR and her job. But after that video, when I saw it, I was like, that was kind of much, don't you think? Threatening to send somebody to do something to somebody's kid. That was, it'd be too much. It'd be too much. Too much going on YouTube. That's why I be like right here. Tanya be right here on her little porch. Tanya's Primetime TV. Every now and again, once a week, I go over to the Hood Table, which is our other channel. But I try to stay my butt right on over here. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my chat screen because I cannot see my chat screen. What's going on? Maybe let me see. I don't know what's going on with my chat screen. Oh well. I don't know what's going on with the chat screen, but I'm going to leave it alone for right now before I mess up something else. But anywho, yes, to merch, honey. Did you guys get a chance to see the have and have nots, the last episode or maybe the last few episodes? I just don't know. Okay, let's see. Where should we start? Well, I guess we can start with Jeffrey, since that's where the story ended last week, and that's where it picked up this week. With Jeffrey, Like, okay, do y'all remember Jeffrey's career? Like his job, what he does for a living? Y'all know he's a counselor, right? Jeffrey is a counselor. And I'm like, is that why he keeps allowing this man Justin to do what he keeps doing? Like, his father found out where he was. He knows Justin is crazy. Um Justin, he beat up what's the guy's name who the nurse. He beat up the nurse. He also destroyed his car, damaged his car, vandalized, whatever you want to call it. He pulled a gun on his dad. I mean, what more can this man do? I'm like, who's crazier? I'm beginning to think, uh, I'm beginning to think that he's not as crazy as he seems. Justin might has more sense. I mean, I'm just beginning to think that Justin has more sense. Like, why do you keep allowing this man to do this stuff to you? Like, he be checking on him. Who's that calling? What the message say? What? Yeah, Nurse Madison, and he be teasing him because he's a nurse. He be teasing him, like, okay, at first when he first met him, oh, you know, you a nurse. Oh, that's a lady job. You up there doing a woman job and a female job and wooty woo. But how can you talk when you gay? How you gonna talk about what a man's job should be when you like men? Like, make it make sense, just. But I'm like, yeah, Nurse Madison is like, he really, really likes Jeffrey, but it's like he's trying to be out of it, but he keeps getting dragged back into it, especially, you know, being that he's helping take care of his dad. He's helping take care of his dad. So when he was up there like patching up his back from the burns and all that kind of stuff and putting the creams on him and stuff, he was like, you know where my son at? No. You sure you don't know where my son at? Well, you know that man is crazy, right? Yeah, I know he's crazy. He finally told him, you know, yeah, Justin is at his house, you know, and he went over there and he immediately pulled a gun out on him. And I don't know why. Like, okay, Jeffrey's dad, you know, Jeffrey's dad has done some bad things in his life. His wife Veronica has too, but Jeffrey's dad has too. You know, David has done some things in his life. Him and Jim Cryer, you know what I'm saying? They done have people laid down, put to sleep. So why ain't he done it with him yet? Like, why ain't nobody put Justin out of his misery? He is too much. I'm like, he is too much. And then he's up there. Who's texting you? Who's on the phone? Let me see your phone. You can see my phone. Like, he is too overly possessive. And it's driving me crazy because I'm like, Jeffrey, run. Leave him alone. And if he comes after you and he's on your property and on your territory, handle that. Just handle it. But I don't know. That just gets on my nerves. That doggone. I'm like, this storyline, is it ever going to end? Like, is their storyline ever going to end? And then it's like Jeffrey, I think I don't know, maybe it's just the way I'm thinking, but it's like, kind of like, since he's a counselor, and mind you, I don't even recall him ever seeing him counsel anybody. I mean, he might have. We are on season 6. You know, I could have, you know, forgot about it, but he don't even be trying to counsel him. Like, you're a counselor, and as a counselor, you should see these things, like, you know, on the day-to-day, people being abused, people being mistreated, people being in messed up relationships, trying to get away from somebody, you know, maybe having a psycho, crazy, schizophrenic stalker, you know. Like, Justin. I mean, like, okay, when he took that glass, and he broke it, and he put it to his neck, I would have let that crazy psycho stalker stab himself all in the jugular, all in the neck. But he, of course, Jeffrey, he gotta be gotta save him. And begged him, don't do it, don't do it. He had to talk him down from the ledge. It's like he's always talking him down from the ledge. Jeffrey needs a new career. Because he's obviously not a good counselor, because he can't counsel this man. He sure can't. Jeffrey is in denial, Miss Hogg, and I don't know why. It's like he doesn't see him as much as a threat as everybody else sees him for some reason. I don't know, or maybe it's because he knows that he might do something really, really seriously crazy to himself or to Jeffrey or his family. Like when he put that gun on his dad. His dad should have, okay, maybe before he got burned. I guess he's not in a position to mollywop him, knock him out, drag him. I guess he's not in that position since his back is still all messed up or whatnot. But I think if it wasn't, I think David probably would have punched his lights out and whooped his butt all up and down that hallway outside of his house. But anywho, I'm like, okay, how do y'all feel about Derek? Honestly, how do y'all feel about Derek? Like, I really liked Derek. I really, really liked him. And then I liked him for Hannah, and I liked Hannah for him. And then to find out, like, why didn't I see it coming? Did y'all see it coming? Like, okay, remember a while back, I don't know exactly when, but remember a while back, Veronica, when she used to call him over to her house, and he be fixing all kind of things, fixing odd things around the apartment, because he's a handyman. So he was fixing odd things around her apartment. And do y'all recall how Veronica, like, if he didn't come right away, or if he didn't jump when she said jump, or, you know what I mean? She would always say, I know all about your past. I know all about you. I know everything about you. I got something on you. Like, every time she would say that to him, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, we all know the guy has a past. He, did burglary and went to prison and got out, and Catherine Cryer gave him a chance. Gave him a chance working on her properties or whatnot, and then she introduced him to Hannah. And at that time, I'm thinking, I wonder if Veronica knows that he raped Hannah. Like, have y'all ever considered that? It just hit me. It just hit me when I found out that he was the rapist, and then I thought back to all the times where it seemed like Veronica was threatening to blackmail him or something because he knew that he was with Hannah. I don't know. That just crossed my mind like the other day. So I don't know. I could be reaching. You said, "Oh my God, Derek is the line." Oh, you knew it, Miss Hogg, and you didn't tell us. I had no idea. And even when she was sitting down, when Candace was crying to her, and like 3 episodes ago, I think, and Candace was crying to her and telling her, I remember when you did this for me, and you always, told me I was beautiful, and da 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 da. And I remember when you told me, about my father, or not about who he is or anything, because Hannah didn't know, but as far as like what happened and how she was conceived and why she never met her father and the tattoo. It still didn't hit me because we never saw the tattoo on him. And so I'm like, it never hit me. I would have never thought about it. I feel so sad for both of them because it's like Derek, he seems so sincere. Like, he seems so sincere. Like, he really is apologetic. He's really sorry. He was on drugs. I mean, can we give every cokehead or crackhead a pass when they do something illegal? No. But it seems like, ever since then, he's tried to stay on the right path and keep a job, hold down a job, be a productive citizen, and have a successful relationship, and then to find out that he is the rapist, I was like, oh my God, somebody give me a drink. I was like, somebody give me a drink. I couldn't believe it. So I don't know. Do y'all? I mean, to me, it seems like he's really sincere. Yeah, it does seem like he changed his life, Miss Hogg, and he seems really, really sincere and apologetic. But I get it. She's scared. She is terrified when she saw that tattoo. And this man, I mean, okay, I don't know what he looked like before prison, pre-prison mugshot, but the after prison, he's all built and muscular and just, I mean, he got a nice body. He got a nice body. And I don't know how old that man is in real life, but I know he ain't no youngin. So he got a nice body on him. And so, but trying to say he's big, muscular, he could probably smash her if he wanted to hurt her. He could probably take her out really quick. So she's scared. She's terrified. Like, okay, you raped me way back then, and now this big, muscular hulk of a man is standing in front of me telling me that he's the one who raped me. So, yeah, I'll be like, get the hell out of my house. Yes, he is fit. I'm like, shoot, he is cute. And he's cute. I mean, I don't know. I have a thing for, like, I really, really love dark-skinned guys. But I also love bald guys with the goatee and the facial hair. And, oh, Lord, that is so sexy to me. That's so sexy to me. And big men, like, even if they're not all muscular, like heavier men, I like that. I like that. Skinny guys, I'm not too... I mean, what I look like with a skinny man. But you know what? I see it all the time. I do see it. Bigger, heavier set women with these really scrawny men. And I'll be like, girl, you ain't broke his kneecaps yet? You ain't put... his joints don't be locking up. His hip ain't never came out of socket. I need somebody with some strong arms. But yeah, he just seemed like he could smash her or he just crush her if he wanted to. So I'll be scared too. Like, get him out of my house. But what do you think gonna happen when Benny find out? Or better yet, when Candace finds out? Like, Candace is still a crazy hothead. She might be trying to act all, bougie now and all perfect and wife worthy. And I mean, the president elect has her on his arms, carrying her all and flashing her, flossing her all through the White House and everything. But I think if she was to find out, I don't know. I think Derek's lifespan might be really short. Really short. Benny would probably try to beat him up, but Candace would probably try to kill him. That's what I think. But I don't know. Because Candace has been trying to change, but I know she's still a hothead. I can just see her going in on him and put him in the same place where you said she's gonna be her daddy's. I'm telling you though, I can see it. I can see it coming. Candace ain't no joke. That's one thing I always liked about Candace. Is like she never like altered from who she is. Even when she did things that I'm like, oh my God, girl, you is really cray. What is your problem? Why is you talking to your mama like that? Why you treating your brother like that? But she's always like remained like the same, and you know who she is, so you knew what you was dealing with. That's one thing I like about Candace. But yeah, I think she would kick her daddy girl. I think she would. But I'm like, okay. As far as the rape goes, like when she was talking to Catherine about it, how do y'all feel about that? About Catherine playing a part in this whole thing? Like she really thought that maybe Catherine had set her up and was probably not being as much as a friend to her as she's been to Catherine. And so she called her up and she was like crying, did you set me up? Did you know what he did? He raped me and woo woo woo. And I mean, she was taken aback. Catherine was like, "What? Oh no, let's call the cops," because she's thinking it's recent. Let's call the cops. I'm on my way over. She's really, really concerned. But why didn't she tell her in the first place that he used to be in prison because he did the rape? He didn't go to jail for that. He went to jail for the burglary. For the robbery when he burglarized the burglar. What did I say? The burglary. He went to jail for that because after he did that, he still wanted some more drugs, some more liquor, and he went out and he robbed a store or robbed somebody, and that's when he went to jail. But she never told her that he had a criminal past at all. Like, if you was to hook your homegirl up with some guy, no matter what he looked like, no matter how much of a hard worker he was, and you knew that he was an ex-felon, you wouldn't tell your homegirl that? So, I don't know. Yes, hey Maurice, hey hun, I did see that, and I was very disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I don't even know what to say because I just saw it coming. Remember, we kept saying, how are they going to carry this? Like, I kept saying I'm anticipating next season because I need to see how they are going to carry this on without Jesse on there. And then the cast talking about they didn't even know. Like, they was shocked. Like, they was, misled. I don't know. I guess maybe they were holding that in because they didn't want any, feedback or any, all the chatter and all the disagreements and the anger or whatnot from the cast. I'm like, it's all his fault. It's all his fault. And I guess that's why they probably didn't say anything till after the season was over because they probably didn't want any backlash from the cast towards Jussie. And they was making some good money. He was just being greedy. They was making some good money on there. I mean, come on now. You done been acting on the show for a minute, but other than that, I didn't know you before Empire. Not that many people knew him before Empire. All these other cast members on there. Shoot, from Cookie to Lucius to Exhibit to a lot of them others, to Precious. A lot of them other, castmates on there, they've been out there for a long, long, long time. But he was being greedy. He should have just stayed and tried to renew his contract next year or after next season. He probably would have got a lot of more money. But no, it's okay. It's okay because I wanted to talk about it anyway. You is cool. But thanks for bringing that up because I wanted to talk about it, but it kind of slipped my mind. But yeah, I was like, oh no. But we still got Black Ink on Wednesdays. But yeah. So back to the rapists. Like, how do y'all feel about Catherine? Like, do y'all think she was wrong for not telling Candace? I think she was, but if she probably would have told her, then she probably would have never known who raped her. And she probably would have never known the father of her daughter. Who Candace's, father is. Like, she knew him, but she didn't know him. She didn't know who he was. So I gotta see how this is all gonna play out with Candace finding out that's her father. Because I don't know. I mean, I guess it could go two different ways. She could try to kill him. And then again, she could be like, I don't know, some creepy way welcome him into her life because maybe she's always wanted a dad. Because I think that's a big part of the issue with Candace. Daddy issues. I think that's really a big part of Candace and why she never allowed men to get too close to her. And she always took advantage of men. She always robbed them. Things like that, or set them up or blackmailed them. I think that might be part of her daddy issues. So I don't know, but we shall see. We are going to see about that. But as far as what's his name? Oh, As far as the crier boy, get it? The choir boy? No. Okay. Anywho. Jim's choir son. Like, okay, the Malones. And as far as him with the drugs, he almost like killed his uncle, right? So now Jim is like a little nervous because he know how Mama Malone and them, they is crazy. Like if if you never met some crazy people before, some crazy white folks before, this is your definition of crazy white folks. We have crazy black folks, we have crazy Mexicans, we have crazy white folks. I mean, these people do not play. They do not play, especially when it comes to money and drugs and loans. Like they're loan sharks. They got their money into all kind of things. Um, Jim was acting like really scared when he got that phone call from him. And then with Jeffrey, like being that Jeffrey and him are friends, like real friends. I'm sorry, not Jeffrey. Sorry, I'm mixing it up. I'm trying to read the comments at the same time. Let me just stop and read the comments. You said, look at who her daddy is. Oh yeah, he's a criminal just like her. Yep, naturally known as. Will the Christian and Hannah forgive Derek? I I don't know. Okay, maybe forgive him, but still be with him. I just see that so hard to do. I mean, somebody raped you and took advantage of you, disrespected your body, and then to try to block all that out because they haven't had sex yet. Because Anna's a Christian, she's a Christian, she's a Christian, so she got a lock and key down there. You know what I'm saying? Reading her Bible, praying all the time. You know, going to church. He ain't into none of that. I think he would have to do a whole bunch, like a whole bunch. He would probably have to, like, turn his life over to Christ in front of her, get baptized, get some holy water splashed on him, take baths and that stuff like every night. For her to even like think of continuing a relationship with him, because I mean, if it was me, I couldn't imagine have to look up to somebody, look in their eyes while we're making love or trying to, once they do get to that part, because she said that she's not doing that until she gets married. She's not having sex, no kind of sexual relationships until she gets married. So that would be a big step for her. She would have to get through even dating him and looking at him before they even get to that level where she's like, okay. He says, will you marry me? She says, yes. I don't know. I just, I can't see it. I can't see it. You said not right off, but she'll forgive him. Yeah, I think she'll forgive him, but I don't know. It'll be hard to be with somebody like that who raped you and left you with a baby that you had to raise by yourself. I mean, some people don't even keep their kids after a rape. They can't even stand to look at the child. Because especially if the child ends up looking like the man who raped them, and they gotta look at this child every day for the rest of their life, that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. But Benny, that's who I was thinking of. I had called him Jeffrey, but okay, I might be reaching again. I do this a lot. For y'all who might be new to my channel, I do this a lot. But for some reason, Mitch is rubbing me the wrong way when it comes to this money issue and with Benny. Like, okay, he keeps threatening Benny, if you don't give him the money, now, okay, in the beginning he did tell Benny, do not borrow money from my family, just don't do it. They crazy, they don't play about their money, they will hurt you over their money. Okay, I get it. He did give him a warning, but Benny really needed the money. He was trying to save his what kind of shop did he have? His auto shop where he repo cars, and I don't know exactly what you call it, but towing company. That's it, towing company. and he was trying to save that, and help his family out. So he borrowed the money and had it for like 2 seconds. He literally had that money for 2 seconds, did not spend anything, and gave it right back to them. And now they want to kill him if he don't pay him the interest. But Mitch, it's like, I don't know. He keeps saying, my family, they gonna come for you. They gonna do this to you if you don't give them back the money, and whoop 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 whoop. I'm like, y'all real cool, and being real cool for a long time. Why can't he talk his family out of this? Is like, I don't know if you would call them best friends, but they were super close. But now I'm looking at it like, it seems to me like Mitch is not as much of a friend to Benny as Benny is to him. Like, something a little shady with Mitch to me. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it right now, but I have a feeling we are going to find out something about Mitch. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's more involved in the family business than we know. Like, when Benny asked him, why can't you just borrow the money from your family? And he's like, because I will be actually in the family then. I mean, it's one thing to be related to the Malones, but once you start digging in their pockets and accepting money or borrowing money, because their money is dirty money. They don't have no. I mean, they got the bar and everything, so they have businesses to look, to look like they're not in any kind of criminal activity, but everybody knows they are involved in criminal activity. You know how it is. You be running money, you be laundering money, you do drugs and stuff, and you gotta have a business that is legit. Whether it's a car wash, a laundromat, I don't know, some homes or something like that. You gotta have something that's legitimate, right? Like, right? Yes, Roxanne, thank me. I said thank you. I meant legitimate. I said legit. But yeah. So he will actually be like in the family business if he takes. That's what he's saying. Like, I'll be really in the family, but I don't know. I think he could possibly have got them off of his back. That's why I'm thinking, I don't know if he's really like involved in the family and we just don't know it yet. But we shall see. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that. But you said how Benny going to ask Mitch to take out family? No. I think I don't know if he really meant to ask for a loan. Just like ask for some money. Like, you just go up to your piece, hey man, I need to borrow some money. Maybe the family might not make him pay interest, or they might not, treat him as severely as they would somebody who's not related to them. I don't know. I don't know, but Mitch was like, huh? What? You just better get that money. You better get that money. You said he could go talk to Mama Rose. Mama Rose she scares me. She scares me, and she's just a TV character. I don't know about that. Mama Rose is crazy. She looked like one of those people who will kill you and then cut you up and spread all your body parts all over the world. From fingers, knuckles, toes. She just looked like, she looks crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't gonna mess with Mama Rose. And Benny, he probably ain't trying to either. But yeah, Jim Cryer, he was acting like Jim Cryer and Catherine, they done stuff. So Catherine, she killed that lady, right? Right. Y'all remember? Y'all ain't forgot, have y'all? Right in her living room. So they done some things in their past too. Hey Kalui, how you doing? Thanks for joining us this evening. But yeah, Catherine, I mean, her and Jim and even, Jeffrey's dad, all them people into the politics and all that. See, people with money, they can get things done that we can't get done. Some things that we don't want to be involved with, though. You know what I'm saying? They got money to get certain things done, to take care of certain situations. So they hands are not clean. Their hands are not clean. But when it comes to the Malones, Mitch had Jim shaking in his boots on that phone call. But I mean, what happened to the money thing though? They haven't really talked about the money. All the millions of dollars that Candace had put into her brother Benny's account, the money that she had stole from the criers, and now Mitch keeps persisting or insisting that Benny hurry up and pay this money back. But Hannah, she didn't want to turn the money over. But then she was like, okay, I'm gonna give this money, back and whatnot. For some reason, I think maybe that's where Mitch is gonna come into play. Because that's a lot of money. I can't remember how many millions it was, but it was like $7 or $8 million, I think. So I don't know. Maybe that's where Mitch is really trying to get him to get that money any way possible. But yeah, it was the DA lady. Killed her right in the doggone living room. And then Veronica was right there. I'm surprised Veronica knows a lot of stuff. Veronica has a lot of dirt on people, and that's why she's able to always manipulate people and get her way when it comes to stuff. But one thing about Catherine, I don't know what's up with her and why she's so into these guys, like the young guys that she's been having the threesomes with. And I'm trying to figure out what the guy Roderick has up his sleeves. When she was trying to have another rendezvous, another go at it with them, with the two guys who work at the bar in the hotel, they was like, nope, no can do. Nope, not today. Not today. And she was on the phone, if you don't get your up here, and they're like, nope, click, hung the phone up on her, everything. So she runs down to the hotel and trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with them. What do you want? Do you want more money to be with me? Do you want more? I think Catherine has low self-esteem, and so she uses her money because Jim has cheated on her how many times? Jim he done probably cheated on this woman. I mean, he was sleeping with hookers, people at his office. I mean, he was sleeping with everybody. So ain't no telling how many women he done cheated on with her. And I think her self-esteem is low right now, and that's why she's paying these guys, compensating them for their time. What you say? You said Catherine going to give Hannah that interest money for Benny? Yeah. That's going to happen, but for some reason I think Mitch is going to try to get his paws on that money. I don't know. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm reaching, but I could be wrong. But it's just something about him. I can't put my finger on it right now. You said hot. No, Catherine, she's a hot mess. She's one of those, you said Roderick wants all of Catherine money. Yeah, he trying to run game on her. And that gotta be it. Because when she was like, okay, do you want a raise? No. What is it? Do you need more money? Do you want a promotion? What do I gotta do to make you still want to sleep with me? She's up there begging and offering more money. I'm like, come on, lady. Come on now. Quit selling yourself short. Because Catherine, I mean, she's not a totally ugly woman or nothing like that. But for some reason, she doesn't want to divorce Jim. And Jim definitely doesn't want to divorce her because she came from money. So he came into money when he got with her. She didn't know that was the whole reason at first why he, hooked up with her or whatnot. But she found out shortly after and realized he was only with her because of her money. But why she won't divorce Jim and just move on and get her a new man, I don't know. But anyway, he said, I want to be with you. That's all I want. I want to be with you. And I'm looking at him like, he looks believable, but I hope she can see through it. Because she was acting like she believed him. And then when she went to the bar and was telling him he needs to telling the other guy, you need to talk to Roderick. He's like, nope. He's serious. He don't want to do this anymore. I guess he's gonna try to get somebody gonna get their money on, get their hands on something, and it probably has to do with money, just like Miss Hall said. You said low self esteem. Mm-hmm. Yep, she has really low self esteem, and she's a sugar mama, so I'm sure they can get anything they want from her. But he's gonna act like, and play the part, play the role, act like he really, really wants to be with her, like he really. She's like, "What you want with me? I'm like 50 something years old. You expect me to believe you?" And then he's up there like. He up there trying to really convince her, talking about, after you get done with me and after you toss me to the side, what's there for me? Like, what's in it for me? But what old woman is just gonna toss some man to the side, some young little thing to the side? What my granny used to call them? She used to call younger guys strapping young men. That's what she used to call them. And like sometimes when we would be doing something around the house or having a get together or whatnot, and we would have asked the boys to go do something, like, boys, go do this or go do that. I'm tired. Or when little boys, when they little, I'm tired, acting like they can't do nothing. Come on, y'all some strapping young men. Y'all should be able to do anything. Shoot, y'all young and vibrant. My grandma used to kill me with that. You said too many secrets in Catherine family history. Jim knows. You could be right there. You could be right. And I wonder why Veronica, but that brings me right back to Veronica. Like Veronica, she saw what Catherine did. I wonder why Veronica ain't never blackmailed her yet. She tends to blackmail a lot of people on this show. Even her own son. And then what do y'all think? Speaking of blackmail and Veronica, what do y'all think about what Jeffrey said to his father when he was like, I'll leave him alone or walk away from this crazy Justin if you leave mom alone or if you stop, seeing mom or whatnot. And he was like, that's a totally different kind of situation. But I got where Jeffrey was coming from, because Veronica is just as crazy, if not as crazy as Justin. She did kill his girlfriend. I mean, she might not have planted the car bomb, but she was responsible for David's girlfriend dying. And even though it was her flunky, even though it was somebody who worked for her, who she put up to, whatnot. I'm sorry. Candace is flunky. I'm sorry. But she knew who she was the whole entire time. And I was like, you killed this. I don't understand why she ain't in jail. I don't understand why. I seen a review. I mean, not a review, but I seen a blog. And it was talking about how the story just be like everywhere. Like Jeffrey and now I'm getting confused. The Justin dude. Like, why is Jeffrey still allowing this man to do all these crazy things to him? Like, allowing him. Like, get some balls. Get some balls. You let your mother take advantage of you. You let your mother treat you like dirt ever since she realized that she can't, get you to turn straight. She killed that other girl. Well, she didn't kill her, but she basically manipulated her and drove her crazy, drove her insane till she jumped off the window and jumped, out the window and died. She committed suicide. So it's just crazy how some of these people are not locked up. I don't get it. You said the apple don't fall. The apple don't fall far from the tree. You right. I just don't get. It's like so many people should be in jail right now. Mrs. Cryer should be in jail. Candace should be in jail because she killed her the guy that she used to mess with. Who else? Veronica. She should be in jail. It's crazy. But as far as Jeffrey, yeah, again, he's a counselor. So he's not doing a good job of counseling Justin. He needs to move on and get Justin out of his life. I don't know how he's going to do it. because at the end of the episode, when he kept telling him he had to leave, his phone was ringing. You saw who was on the phone. And at first I'm thinking, it's probably his dad. You know, he was like, oh, it's my dad. He's just checking on me. He wants me to leave. He wasn't going to stop. Justin was not going to stop till he saw that phone. And then he was telling him, you can see my phone. You can check my phone. You can look in there and check the text messages and the voice messages and all that kind of stuff. Like they're in a relationship and this is something that you should be allowed to do. He constantly thinks they're in a relationship. This dude is crazy. Like crazy. He is crazy. And so when he tried to leave, he pulled the gun on him. And then he put a gun on himself. I'm like, is this going to be a murder-suicide type of thing? Then he tells him, there's one bullet. There's a bullet in either this gun that I have against you, or there's a bullet in this gun that I have against my own head. I don't know. You said Jeffrey's a product of his own childhood. Crazy is familiar. You know what, Miss Hall? That is a good way to look at that. Like, really, that is a good way to look at that. He get it. His mama done put him through so much stuff. It's like he acts like he just has to sit there and deal with it on a day-to-day basis. I would have been out of there. You just have to kill me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are we gonna have to fight for the gun or something? I don't know. But I'm not just gonna let no. That's crazy. And you know what? I used to crack up because, you know, men and women. Okay, it's not uncommon for men and women to have disputes, to have arguments, to have disagreements, have the cops come out, you know, domestic violence, woo, 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 woo. But then I had met someone who was gay, and she was, well, it's a she, and she was gay and lesbian or whatnot, and she had a girlfriend. And when she was telling me all the stuff that her girlfriend was doing, like her girlfriend slashing her tires, putting in sugar, I'm like, dang, it seemed like gay people. And then I knew somebody else who was gay. Oh my God. This one time, I was young. This was before I had kids. And I used to hang out in the streets. I used to hang with anybody. It didn't matter if you was gay, straight. You know, that has never ever been an issue with me. But, there was this guy, and we was all kicking it somewhere, drinking, playing cards, whatever. And his dude came over, and next thing I know, I didn't even hear them arguing or nothing. They must have went outside or something. Next thing I know, they was outside in the grass, like banging, took their shirts off. They was banging, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I don't know who has more domestic violence, straight people or gay people. But I'm like, that just came to my mind thinking about Jeffrey and Justin, because Justin is a crazy son of a you know what. I'm not even gonna say. But yeah, I used to think that a lot. Like, why does it seem? I don't know, because a lot of women claim they get with other women because, oh, women, they know each other, they know how to do this, and they know how to make you feel this way, and they know what you need, and they know what you want, and they know what you. And they be fighting. They be like seriously fighting, like over just doing dumb stuff. So I don't know, y'all. I think I'm just gonna stick to men and take my chances. But as far as Jeffrey, and Justin, I really do think he needs to hurry up and just be done with him. I don't know what he needs to do. If he needs to have this man committed, put him in a psych ward. They do have that where you can just call people and have them committed and put in a psych ward because they are a threat to their self or a threat to somebody in their community. So I think that's his best bet, is put him in a psych ward. As far as Candace goes, you know, back to Candace and back to her father, the rapist. I don't know. I don't know. This is gonna be hard. And she's dating the president now. Like, she's dating the president. And so when she finds out that this man is her father, I don't know, the president, because he seems kind of grimy too. The president-elect Charles, like when he found out that the actual guy who is the president told her that she's a hot piece of, what did he call her? A pretty hot piece of black ass, or a hot pretty piece. I think he said a pretty hot piece of black ass. And I'm like, Lord, when the president found out, mm-mm-mm. She was like, nope, nope, just let's go, just let's get out of this White House, just let's go. Candace, I'm like, dang, she is really trying to change, because normally if somebody would have told her that, y'all know Candace would have tried to try to slit their throat. She was like, but the other guy had told him to say that. He was like, make sure you tell her this, because it's like a message, because the guy that she had took all the money from, he's after them. They gonna try to tear down the president. I don't know if they're gonna put out like all the information on Candace, like her background, because they basically wiped her clean. They like erased her slate. And when they was on the news and they was like, oh, she's on her 3rd year of law school, and Benny and her mom was looking at each other like, this heifer ain't on her 3rd year of law school. What's going on here? But yeah, they gonna pull up everything they can on them and try to destroy the president elect. So we shall see. You said Charles was ready. He was ready to go. He like went from 0 to 100 in 2.5 seconds. He was ready to go. He was like, he called you what? Here? Tonight? She was like, yes, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm like, Maybe Candace got something up her sleeve for him. You never know with Candace. You never know. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the next episode. I want to see how Hannah is going to deal with her male friend. I just hate that he's so cute. He's so cute. And he looks so sincere when he was crying and stuff and telling her, I'm sorry. And thank God she told Benny, just get out of it. Don't worry about it. Just forget it. You know, I'm not telling you what's going on. But Benny was like, get out, dude. She said, get out. Get out. I'm glad she didn't tell Benny, because she probably would never see him again. But I do want to see what happens to them. I also want to see what's going to happen with Justin and Jeffrey next week. If he gonna manage to get the gun away from her or talk him off the doggone ledge again. Like, how many times he gotta talk him off the ledge? Just commit him into a psych ward, into a straitjacket. Like Miss Hogg said, into a straitjacket. That is a very toxic relationship. Very, very toxic. I can't do it. I'm trying to think. There was never a guy that I dated that was crazy. There was a guy that I dated that was crazy after we broke up, but not during the time we was crazy. I met one guy who was I found out later he was schizophrenic, and we had not even dated. We had met each other, talked on the phone a few times, invited him over one time. Well, I didn't even stay by myself. I had roommates. I had my god sister, my homegirl. We all stayed together. Invited him over one time. We played cards and whatnot, and this fool went crazy. Like, after talking to me like 3 times, came to visit me like one time for like a game of spades, and this fool started calling me left and right. Like, they like, dang, why he keep calling you so much? Next thing I know, the man is blowing up my phone, leaving crazy messages. They would say she's not here, because I just started to get, like, okay, this is too much. I'm not that clingy type of, and then we don't even know each other. We don't even know each other like that, and you acting like that? Nope. So every time he called, I'd be like, tell him I ain't here. She ain't home, she at work. That fool, put her on the phone. I know she's there. Put her on the phone. Quit lying. Put my woman on the phone. Woman? Who, me? I'm single as a dollar bill. What you okay. Anyway, so find out. I think I told this story before, so I ain't gonna go all into it. I might tell the story again on the Hood Table channel when we over there this weekend. But long story short, I was watching the news one day, like a couple months after I finally was able to free myself from him. I was watching the news one time, and I swear on my mother up in heaven, we sitting there watching the news, me and my roommates, we just chilling, and this fool's face pop up on the news. That They said, I mean, he had a rap sheet so long. They said he was a crackhead. It was crack and some other drug that he was on. Said he was a schizo, paranoid, schizophrenic. What do you call paranoid, schizophrenic, something like that? I mean, and they was just going on and on and on. But he had robbed somebody, and I was like, what? Do you know how happy I was to find out that I saw the light? Like, I saw the light. Like, it didn't take no weeks. It didn't take no months. It took some days for me to see the light. And I knew this dude was off the damn rocker. But I'm happy. I'm happy. I was like, what? I mean, I almost did a little holy dance up in there. Hey, because schizophrenic, crackhead, rap sheet. Oh no, sure. I could not even be here right now, y'all. Like, seriously, I could be somewhere at the bottom of a doggone lake. I mean, God forbid, but y'all know what I'm saying. I mean, the stuff that they were saying about this man on the news, me and my friends was just looking at each other like, dang, you really escaped a bad situation and you didn't even know. You didn't even know. But I knew something wasn't right with that man. But anyway, yes. So you got somebody think they crazy? End it. End it right away. Look for the signs. I always say look for the signs. They're there. You just got to open your eyes and see them. Save you from a whole bunch of headaches. Shoot, I'm serious. Yeah, paranoid schizophrenia. Yeah, that's what he was. I mean, I was looking at the news like, and the dude, you know how mug shots be all toe back? His hair was all nappy, eyes looking all crazy. I'm like, that is the dude. But he didn't look like that. You know, he was nice dressed and hair kept wet. He looked kept up. But I knew something was off in the head, especially when he was talking about put my woman on the phone. Dude, we ain't even known each other a week, and I'm your woman? Nah, bruh, nah. But yes, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. But yep, so I managed to escape from that. But as far as just dating somebody who's crazy, I don't know what that feel like, but I know people who have been there in actual relationships where the person turned crazy while they was in an actual relationship and they was hiding from them, running from them, getting restraining orders. It's not cool. It's so not cool. You say you be trending top on YouTube. Girl, shoot, I don't care. Like I always say, about when I tell y'all stuff that is not embarrassing to me. I don't never put anything too specific about me that somebody could use against me or nothing like that. Shoot, hey, it is what it is. It's crazy.